Hey, welcome to the Original Brew Collective podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ben.
And I'm Robert.
And if you notice, we have a different background today because we are actually on vacation. We are up the north coast of California. So we're just by the beach, and it's a good time. But we had to do a podcast.
Yep.
We had to do it. And so today we, on this podcast, if this is your first time tuning in, we drink different beers from different breweries, and today is no different. And Oktoberfest is
upon us.
It is upon us.
It is upon us a matter of days ago.
Yeah. And so we wanted to drink a beer on theme with that. So we're actually drinking a beer called Münch On This by New Glory Brewery. And New Glory, we've talked about them before, but they're located in Sacramento, California. And this is a traditional Märzen beer, and it's just an Oktoberfest beer. So, And we're excited because we have to do proper glassware. So we're drinking these out of, if you're watching with us, you can see it, but if you're not, we're drinking this out of Das Boots.
Das Boots.
Yeah.
So they're like, you've seen it before probably. If you're not watching, they're the giant glass beer boots. And they hold just, I think, a little over 1 liter, which is just under 2 pints. So we actually, this will be the first time Ben and I will have our own, 2 cans each.
Yeah, 2 cans.
So about 32 ounces of Munch on this.
Yeah.
We'll be enjoying out of Das Boots, our own Das Boots. Yeah, so we're excited. So let's crack them open.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm kind of nervous to pour this.
Yeah.
I've never poured into a Das Boot before.
Gotta go kind of slow to play it safe.
The Das Boot, it kind of just looks like a child boot. You know?
Like a little kid's rain boot.
Yeah.
After the first one, I like... Okay, yeah, it'll definitely hold another. I was questioning it. So bear with us. This is quite a bit of beer to pour. So yeah, Ben was mentioning that we're currently on vacation with our wives up north coast of California. We're staying currently in a rental vacation home. And to our right, you can't see it right now, but to our right is just all windows. And it's nothing but ocean. So we look out to the vast ocean. Nothingness out there. In fact, I looked it up and I was like, if I were to shoot straight out there, fly out there, where would I go? It turns out Antarctica. So,
ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But if I turn my compass not too far off, actually, well, quite a bit, I guess, I would end up in Japan, in Asia.
And last night we were out on the deck and I've never seen so many stars.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. So we're specifically actually staying in Sea Ranch in California. And so it's pretty remote. I mean, there's houses near us and everything, but it's really isolated. There's not a whole lot out here, just nature and the ocean. It's a pretty awesome spot.
It is.
My first time here.
I've been here a few times.
Ben's been here, not this house, but he's been here before to Sea Ranch. We mentioned that Oktoberfest is upon us. Actually, this year it is September 26th. My apologies, September 21st.
21st, yeah.
Yeah, to October 6th. That's what I was saying. 6th, because October 6th. I actually have some Oktoberfest facts. But before we get into that and start talking about Oktoberfest, Ben, do you have a beer fun fact for us?
I do have a beer fun fact. Yes. It's not that extensive. But I saw this news article. Someone actually sent it to me. And there is a beer in Berlin that they created the beer from toilet water.
That sounds delicious.
They made it where they were recycling the water.
Yeah.
And they made a beer from it.
Okay, so recycled water.
Recycled water.
Yeah, interesting.
But it was a video, so I didn't watch it. I wanted to just read it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's from it's not from the back of the toilets, right? Is it from water that would be flushed already?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Mostly your tap water, almost everyone's tap water that they're drinking is recycled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been filtered and everything.
Oh, so that's not that.
No, it's really not
big of a deal.
It's weird to word it that way. So maybe they got it in some
Berlin made it from toilet water. A beer from toilet water.
Yeah.
But actually, the bottle, it looked like a nice bottle art and everything. So
I just wouldn't want to know the toilet water fact.
I know.
If I'm going to drink it,
Yeah, why would they have... So, there you go.
Yeah. So we have our beer... Thanks for the fact, Ben.
You're welcome.
I'll avoid that beer.
Yes.
As should everyone else, I think.
Yeah.
So we have the beer poured out into our Das Boots. This is our first time pouring into these boots, so I was extra cautious. Ben maybe a little less so because he has some nice head on his.
Yeah, and it's
stronger head retention. Yeah, it's lasting.
There's a lot of bubbles.
Really nice bubbles. I'm really liking the color on this beer.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, more common, more often than not, we're drinking IPAs and sours and stouts.
Yeah, that's a lot of what we drink.
So this is different for us for our beer review.
I haven't had a lot of these in general.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm excited.
What are your thoughts on the color, man?
Well, it's very, if you're not familiar with, I just love the Das Boot.
Yeah.
With this type of beer. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's a darker, I want to say like a dark amber.
Yeah, I would say more of a, for me, I'm thinking like a golden amber, but it is a dark, rich.
Yeah, golden.
Like
okay.
Orange, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of like a rich orange lager color.
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of carbonation coming up on this. It looks really good.
It does.
Let's see what we get on the nose.
Let's do it.
You could stick almost your whole face in the Das Boot. You get a really nice, rich maltiness on this one, for sure. This smells really good.
Smells like, yeah, the maltiness. I was going to joke and says it smells like fall.
Like a pumpkin spice latte.
Kind of earthy, though.
Yeah.
You know? The pumpkin spice latte. Yeah.
No pumpkin, just to be clear.
No, it does. I don't smell pumpkin.
Just like a malty earthiness.
Yeah.
It smells good. It smells like...
It smells
refreshing. It might sound weird, but it smells refreshing. I was going to say it smells bright.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone can relate, but it just smells like a bright, refreshing
beer.
beer.
It's like crisp.
Yeah.
It smells crisp.
Wow.
Like
Jinx.
Like a fall day.
Yeah.
A cold fall day.
All right, let's take a sip.
Let's do it.
This is good.
This is good.
This is a very, I mean, it meets what we were getting on the nose, or matches what we're getting on the nose. I think with the refreshingness, the maltiness, there is the earthiness. I would say maybe some light floral notes. But this is really good.
It kind of like, how do you feel about the mouthfeel on it?
I expected this to be just light.
Yeah.
Right? And it is light, but I would almost want to say like a light medium.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what I was thinking. It isn't. There is a little bit of a coating on the mouth.
Yeah, I am very pleased with this beer. This is a lot of beer that we have to go through in these Das Boots. About 32 ounces. I mean, we poured 2 16-ounce cans each, and there was still like at least a solid inch left for more beer. So these hold a little more than
I feel like this
liter.
This is really easy to drink, though.
Yeah,
this is. Yeah, I mean, it's. We didn't mention it, but it's 5.8%. So it's really it's pretty light, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, under 6% ABV.
Yeah, I would say it tastes crisp.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
it's good.
This is a good beer. So we said we're going to kind of just stick with the theme of Oktoberfest. And so Oktoberfest, I do have a lot of notes. Most of this I could probably speak on just from memory from doing some research and stuff. But like I said, Oktoberfest this year for 2019 is September 21st through October 6th. So you have plenty of time to celebrate. Get together with friends. I know a lot of cities do Oktoberfest like events.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pretzels involved. A lot of beer involved. But
different mustards.
Yeah, different mustards. Brats.
Mm-hmm.
Oktoberfest actually started on October 12th, 1810. Do you have any idea, any guess, Ben, what city?
Somewhere in Germany.
Yeah, Munich.
Okay.
Munich, Germany. Yeah, and so it was actually the first ever Oktoberfest was actually a wedding event. And so it was the Crowned Prince Ludwig and Princess Teresa. And so they were getting married, and they had all the fields surrounding the walls of the city were just packed with people, and they made a huge festival just surrounding the city, within the city. A big thing, they did horse races, so that was like the big thing. It didn't actually start off as like a big drinking event. It was focused around horse races. Horse races actually ended, they lasted for a long time, but they actually ended in 1960, if I recall correctly. Yeah, 1960, they ended the horse races. Maybe they realized how poorly treated those horses are.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag stay woke. But yeah, so like I said, it didn't always revolve around beer. And it's actually, obviously, it's been going on since 1810, which is nuts. That's crazy.
That is.
Yeah. There have been a handful of years that it hasn't they've canceled the event due to wars or illnesses like plagues and stuff that were going on at the time. If you had to guess, I mean, from 1810 to now, how many years have been missed where they just didn't do the event?
Based off of that, 1810 to now, how many Oktoberfests there are?
How many Oktoberfests they've missed?
Oh, they've missed.
Like, how many years have they canceled it due to like different events?
So I think 10. I would guess 10.
Actually, 24.
Okay.
Yeah, 24 due to war and other reasons.
That's not that many though.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of years. In between them. I
think I referenced it as a handful, so 10 was a good guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, not bad. So in 1910, so on the 100th anniversary, more or approximately 120,000 liters of beer were consumed. And so this Das Boot, what we have here, the Das Boot holds a little more than a liter, but these cans, actually no, this Das Boot holds a liter. So a liter, I believe, is slightly more than 32 ounces. I'm pretty sure. It's right around 32 ounces. So 120,000 of these were consumed on the 100th. So
and there was probably
100th anniversary.
All out of Das Boots too.
I hope so. In 1910, that's insane. At the time, that was a record. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They went all in on 1910.
I wonder what the new record is though, because they say at the time that was the record.
I wonder why 1910 too.
It was the 100th anniversary.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 100th, they went in. That's funny.
I don't think that we mentioned this. Ben, you may have, but that the can art.
No, we didn't mention.
So you'll see another fun fact: the can art on this, if you're watching with us on YouTube, is like a blue and white checkered diamond, and that's actually the Bavarian flag or a version of the Bavarian flag. And so that's why New Glory, I think, decided to go with that one.
It's cool.
Obviously. Yeah. So it's like a common Oktoberfest flag.
Yeah, you see that and you think of Oktoberfest.
Yeah, absolutely.
That design.
Absolutely. That's kind of like the knowledge that I have on Oktoberfest. There's like so much about it.
About the name Munch on this, it kind of sounds like Munich, or it's just missing the I, and then that'd be Munich. I wonder if they did that.
Possible. Yeah, I don't know. But I do have another fun fact. Das Boot.
I was actually going to ask if you know why
I do
or where that came from.
So the whole Das Boot actually made its way to Germany in the 19th century, but it was a hazing ritual in the military. And so when you
like the German military,
I'm not 100% sure. I would think so, just because I know that the Das Boot came in the 19th century. So I don't know if that was the glassware, like, okay, now it's a thing. But the military would haze new recruits, and they would have to fill an entire boot up with beer, and it wasn't their own boot. So they had to take another individual's boot, fill it with beer, and then chug the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really glad we're drinking out of a nice clean glass.
Yeah. This is much better. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I can't believe it's been around that long. Have you ever been to like an Oktoberfest celebration or done anything like that?
I went to a beer fest where they had, I think it was around October. And so they had like Stein holding competitions and stuff. I actually didn't do that
Steins,
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the runner-up, I think.
Wait, what's a Stein holding competition?
So you have to take... the Steins are like giant liter. They look like giant glass beer mugs. Yeah. And they hold about a liter as well, I believe. And so they fill them up with beer, and then you just hold them straight out. Hold them straight out, like to your sides. And you can't spill a drop. And so if your arms drop too low or, beer spills out, then you're out. So
whoever can hold up, dude?
Yeah. Whoever can hold it the longest.
That's fun.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because there was this big dude who was doing it before me, and he had I don't know, I guess like the longest time or record at that point in time for that day. And so I was like, that dude is big. I was like, there's probably no way I'm going to be able to do it. And so I actually beat him, and then some other guy, and he wasn't like a big dude either. He came up and he was just like taller, longer arms, and he just held it for way longer than I even could. Anyone else. And then he easily won by far. But it's like, it gets intense. Your arms and shoulders and stuff start burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I know a lot of breweries in our area, or I've seen some breweries in our area during Oktoberfest will have like Oktoberfest events throughout like the days of the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll do contests like that, like stein holding competitions and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple Oktoberfests actually, and it was just people putting them on type of thing. But they're really fun. One of them that I'd gone to,
like friends.
Yeah, it's like friends,
Okay.
and but there was like a lot of people that came to it, and one of them was pretty fun because there was, I think, 4 people, because it was like friends of friends, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. But people brought homebrew to it, which was really cool. And I think there was like 4 different homebrewers, and they brought it. They weren't necessarily Oktoberfest specific beers, but it was just it was still fun because there was the people that brought that, and then there were like the pretzels, and it's just a fun time. You just hang out outside and drink beer.
I went to the last Brewfest I actually went to. There's some killer breweries there. Mox was there. Russian River was there. There were some big breweries from California area, particularly Northern California. Moonraker was there. But some of the better beer that I actually had was they had a homebrew section, and so they had all the breweries, and then there's like a little sectioned off area. You can go and try different homebrews and then vote, and they would give out awards based off of the votes, who got the most votes. And that was those beers were some of the better beers that I had at that whole. Like Moonraker, obviously, I already know how good they are, and they had really good beer. Same with Moxa, all really good beer. But for the vast majority of the beer I did have, aside from like some of those select breweries, the homebrew I thought was better than a lot of the breweries that I tried there.
That's cool.
Yeah, which was fun getting to try homebrews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's like, you can't say like someone's super good at homebrewing. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily. There's a lot of stuff that goes into brewing on scale, like these brewers do. Bare Bottle Brewing in San Francisco, they print recipes on all the labels, like how much of everything that goes into that specific beer. So you can try to replicate the recipe, which I think is really cool. They're really open about it, and their beers are incredible. But I was talking to one of the employees there, and he was saying, it's just to scale it down. You can't actually just be like, okay, I'm going to scale every ingredient down by this percentage. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually, there's other math involved. And you have to factor in when, scaling it down.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can't just scale everything down equally. But, yeah.
That's cool.
That was just
I don't know any
random
other
tangent.
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't know any other brewery that does that because I'm sure there are some.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now either. But
it's cool if they do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could find copycat recipes online for certain beers. I've seen before, but I don't think those were put out by the breweries. Obviously, I think those are people who are just who are very knowledgeable, can taste certain things and identify them, and have tried to master and mimic, and then once they think they've got the recipe down, they release it. But yeah,
that's cool.
So we have a lot of beer left in this.
There's a lot.
I am kind of interested in. We actually have a little patio deck that overlooks the ocean, so I'm interested in going out there and finishing Das Boot out there.
Heck yeah.
I think we're gonna close this one out. We're on vacation. We want to enjoy this beer. We wanted to film a podcast while we were here. We actually may do another.
Yeah.
We'll see. But happy Oktoberfest. Go out and celebrate. Let us know what your favorite Oktoberfest themed beer is.
Yeah, and if you can, this one is really good.
Yeah, if you can
Munch on This by New Glory. It's one of because I've had Oktoberfest beers before, and this one is one of the most enjoyable for me. It's just really solid.
Yeah, I know Sierra Nevada puts one out every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen that in the stores starting to pop up in the last week or so. So there's options. You can go to the grocery store and possibly find one.
Makes you just know that the seasons are changing, Having a beer like this.
Yeah.
Because I don't have this that often, like Oktoberfest beers, until it's around that time.
Yeah, and this is actually a perfect one to go enjoy out in the sun right now with the
really
ocean
refreshing.
And stuff. Yeah, this is really good. Once again, we're drinking Munch on This. It's an Oktoberfest beer from New Glory Brewing in Sacramento. Go give them a follow. Great brewing company. They're doing a lot of really good stuff. Their stouts, by the way, I feel like they've recently stepped up their stout game. It's really good. But they've always had really good beer. So check out New Glory. Give them a follow. We actually, if you would be so kind, we actually have our own Instagram accounts where we post different pictures of beer that Ben and I each drink. So you can follow me if you want at Robert_OBC on Instagram. And then
I'm at Benjamin_OBC
on Instagram. Yeah. Also feel free to go and follow us, Original Brew Collective on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Instagram and Facebook is at Original Brew Collective.
Yep.
And then Twitter is
at Brew Original.
At Brew Original on Twitter. So feel free. We're posting different content on each. Give us a follow. We'd appreciate that. Like, review if you're watching on YouTube. Also like and review if you're or subscribe actually on any major podcast platform that you're listening on. Yeah, we'd appreciate that. I think we're going to close this one out, and we are going to cheers to Prince Ludwig.
Yeah.
The guy who basically, in a way, founded Oktoberfest with his wedding.
Love that. What about his wife?
And his lovely Queen Teresa?
Princess Teresa.
Yeah. Well, it's 2019.
Yeah. Princess Teresa.
Princess Teresa.
Prince Ludwig and Princess Teresa.
Yeah, to both of them.
Yeah.
A king can't be a king without a queen.
Exactly.
Actually, maybe he can. I don't know. But he shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
All right. Well, cheers, Prince Ludwig and Princess Teresa. And cheers. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Cheers.